Hello, hello, and welcome to the final 5 immunity challenge for the blue game. Our players are all set and ready and super excited to compete. So here to explain what they will be doing is our host, Kelsey.
Yeah, so this is another Survivor Classic. They have to run just a short distance and grab these planks. They can only be holding 2 planks at a time, and they will run back to their little makeshift bridge and be placing those planks. A thing that is important to note is they have to go in sequential order, so even if they see that they have one, it's not the first one, it's maybe the third one down the line, they still have to go back and get that, go by order. Again, only holding 2 planks at a time. First one to the end that calls for a check and is correct wins immunity.
All right, so lots of back and forth. This should be pretty exciting to watch. So let me get clear of all of our players as they are set and ready to go, and we will get started. All right, so players immediately looking at these ladder puzzles. This is going to be a combination of mental and physical. So as we can see on this ladder, there are all these different pegs. They're in different places. They're in different numbers. And so over here are these puzzle piece planks, and one plank will fit kind of only in one place on the ladder. So players are now running back and forth because they have to try and find what plank piece will go in what part of the ladder puzzle. However, of course, there is a twist, and players must place these puzzle pieces in the right order, which means they have to start at the very, very closest to them and work their way all the way down to the very end. So even though Casey has this one piece in his hand, because it does not necessarily fit on that very first piece, in that very first area, he cannot place it and has to go find the one that will fit there. Looks like we've had some progress down the way here, so I'm gonna go check in with Connor's side because he has 3 pieces, and now we can see the puzzle starting to form. All right. Connor talking to himself. Players are allowed to bring 2 pieces over at once. Looks like Mel is taking 2 pieces, whereas Connor is going back and forth with just one.
Another plank to his bridge. Connor with 4, everyone else with 0.
Except for Ethan, who now has 1.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Ethan has 1.
I looked over and there he was.
Oh, and now Francis as well as Casey.
All right.
Well.
So almost everyone on the board here now with at least 1 piece, except for Mel. Connor working on his 5th piece.
Get that first piece.
Mel's still hoping for her first. A lot of times
as this challenge goes, you start to get a feel for it and it gets a little bit easier.
All right, Francis now placing their 2nd piece and heading back on out, looking for the 3rd. Ethan giving himself 2 options for that 2nd slot, and neither of them were correct. Melanie still desperately hoping to find that very first piece and get her puzzle started. No luck as of yet, and Ethan now grabs the correct 2nd piece and is hoping for the 3rd, but looks like that's not it. Francis trying to do some measuring, almost. And Ethan got his 3rd piece. Connor has his 8th.
Yes, 8.
And Melanie is on the board with 1 piece in her puzzle. All right, Casey has just placed his 2nd piece. So as a quick score update, we've got Casey with 2. Francis with 5. Ethan with the 4th piece just placed. Looks like maybe no luck with the 5th. Melanie now has 2 pieces, up from 1 moments ago. Connor is making his way down this ladder, up this ladder. I really was tempted to say making his way downtown, and I decided not to. Thrilling to see Connor not slipping and falling in today's challenge like he has in a lot of the other ones. All right. Remember, with this ladder puzzle, the more pieces you have set, the easier it becomes because you have less options to choose
another
from.
piece. He's down to 3 planks to go.
No one giving up yet. Everyone's still working very hard to try and get their puzzle formed. Connor down to the last 2 pieces.
Connor with 1 piece to go.
And Connor running back with that final piece, hoping it will be a fit. And
Connor wins immunity. He didn't ask for a shot.
There's only one way it can go, so I... yeah.
It's more so if 2 people finish at the same time, like who goes first.
Oh, okay, fair.
I got stuck in
All right, Francis still looking on,
right,
staring
we're
at the
gonna
puzzle,
present the immunity to
not
Connor.
ready to let
Everyone
this
wants to
challenge
circle
go.
around. Good job. Connor, it's as if you have done that before. Have you?
Done a puzzle before.
Okay. I like the confidence. Congratulations. You will be immune at the next tribal council. Great job.
All right.
Yeah, breathe, drink water after all that cardio, and then we'll head down the hill shortly.
All right, awesome effort by all of the players. That was a big combo of physical and mental, and on day 4, that is even more difficult than any of us who are not playing could even imagine, with the lack of food and sleep. So incredible job to all players for trying their hardest, not giving up, and making some really excellent progress. With Connor, of course, just pulling it out and getting the win and the immunity idol necklace. So Connor will be immune at the next tribal council. We are going to go ahead and, as always, reset this challenge so that our red game can compete in it as well. And then I believe we will be taking a super quick break for lunch after that to kind of give the players probably the longest time we'll ever have to strategize for the rest of the day. And we will be back with a tribal council for blue after that. So shouldn't be too long. We're just going to kind of fuel and go. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. I know we've been fast and furious today so far, but we're just going to be pausing slightly for lunch and then, yeah. So, all right. See y'all at the tribal council.